Hey y'all, I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about what's going on with this whole situation with a YouTuber named who goes by Flacco. Legal name is Frederick Jala. And this has been going on for a while. This guy is causing a lot of drama, problems, chaos. And I really correlate this a lot to hood culture. And I mean, you just kind of you see this play out in the hood in a different situation. What is happening is that this guy, I want to say, is around 23 years old, and he seems like he's intellectually compromised. He also seems like he has psychological challenges. On top of that, he has an evil spirit. So what's happening is that you have a lot of older people who are happy to gas him up and send him on his own, like send him on his way, like he's headed down a path of destruction, incarceration, or death, really, like I mean, or it's more likely that he'll be incarcerated because a lot of the stuff that he's doing is cybercrime, right? Harassing people, stalking people, doxing people, mounting whole fake scenarios, slandering people, you name it. And you see this in the hood with the so-called OGs. You see this in the hood with the dudes who have the package, and they break it down and they give it to the young boys to go sit on the corner and sell it, or go run errands, or take it from here to there. And what happens is like, okay, well, it's like, okay, well, these young boys don't have any priors, they don't have felonies, they're young, they're going to go to juvenile, so they're the ones who could take the rap. And so the older guys send the younger guys out there to do the crime on the hand to hand. A lot of times with the hand to hand transactions, they use the younger boys, right? The ones who want a father figure, the ones who want a family, the ones who want acceptance, the ones who need the money, right? And so they do that. And so it's very nefarious because these older men are evil. They're wrong. They're manipulative. They're greedy. And they don't care about these boys. They just send them out knowing that once these boys get involved with the criminal justice system, that it's going to be hard for them to get out. And it's going to be hard for them to come out unscathed, but they're not worried about that. They're just thinking about themselves. And that's exactly what's going on with Jala. You have these older males sending him out and incriminating him, asking him questions to incriminate himself, he already has various legal situations going on, and they're just making everything worse for him. They know he's intellectually compromised. They know he's psychologically challenged. He has some issues going on, and they're exploiting it to the fullest. They're exploiting it for content for their channels. They're exploiting it because they get to use him to hurt people who they envy. They get to use him to hurt people that they want to get at, but they want to keep their hands clean. They want to have a few degrees of separation from the crime. So they use Jala, and because he's intellectually compromised, something is going on with that uh guy, male. I don't want to call him a boy because chronologically he's not a boy. Even though intellectually he has not matured to manhood, and we don't know if he will even be able to. Where is his mama? I need his mama phone number so I can call her so she can get her son. Where is his dad? I need to speak with his dad so that he can get his son. This young male needs to be evaluated and get the proper treatment or intervention that he needs to stop this path of behavior of destruction. Now, that isn't to say that he's not going to have to pay for the things that he's already done, because a lot of the crimes have already taken place. So he's going to have a day of reckoning. He's going to have a day in court, or several days in court, for all of the things that he's been racking up and incriminating himself online. So I've seen this before in hood culture, where guys sit up and do that. And another thing they do, a lot of these guys that go out and kill and go out and commit the crimes and go and do these robberies and stuff like that, a lot of these guys are intellectually compromised. And you have other people who are stronger mentally, who are a bit more mentally sound, who have the ability to manipulate these other guys. Sometimes they're not necessarily young. It doesn't have to be necessarily young or old, but they're mentally compromised. A lot of times you see this with people who are suffering with addiction. I mean, I know I saw that when I was living in the hood for several years. The people who are doing the hand-to-hand transactions with the narcotics, they themselves are addicts. They're literally just selling drugs to have enough to do drugs themselves for that particular day. And they might be able to buy something to eat. Maybe. And they might be able to go down to the corner store, buy a pack of cigarettes and a drink. Possibly. But everything falls to the back burner towards the addiction of their choice, or whatever their affliction is with the substance that they're abusing. Right? So they're doing, and the people who are involved with the drugs who are not using, they use people who are using to go out there and be on the front line of the crime. Why? Because those people are mentally compromised. Why are they mentally compromised? There could be a whole host of reasons, but the primary reason is they're suffering from addiction. But they may also have other issues going on. They may have other psychological and developmental issues. Sometimes drugs so negatively affect you that you're just, you'll never be the same. So your intellectual capacity to make rational, sound thoughts is just out the window, and you're just enslaved to the substance until you meet your demise. I don't. We don't know what in the tarnation is going on with this Jala dude, but what we do know, what I have observed, he is very mentally unstable, intellectually compromised. Who knows what the developmental issue he has? And you have older, manipulative males and females taking advantage of him, taking advantage of the situation and sending him out to do crimes and gas him up to do worse. If his family or somebody that cares for him does not stop him from doing what he's doing, he's on a fast track of ending up in jail. And it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. I don't know if, he's going to have to pay the time for the crimes that he's already committed. There's going to have to be some restitution to the victims of the doxing, of the slander, of the mayhem that he has caused. I mean, these victims are going to seek justice as they see fit. He will have to do the time. But I just, I worry about criminal-minded people like him who have other things going on. It just seems like, listen, if you're not fixable, you're just going to have to sit in jail, because you cannot be out among the general public if you're this criminal-minded, you're this ruthless, you lack empathy, you're, I don't know, like sociopathic in ways. You don't, anybody that'll sit up and just incriminate themselves intellectually, like, you're really compromised. Like, does he need to be in assisted living? Does somebody need to help him on the day-to-day task of life so that he can stay on track? Is that the solution? I don't know, but the criminality has to come to an end. So if you're not willing to seek help and pay for the crimes that you've done, then, and you just think that you're just going to be unleashed in the public to just roam around and commit crimes against people, that's not going to happen. You're going to have to sit in jail. You're going to have to be contained and managed in a cell by guards in the criminal justice system, in the prison system, I guess. I mean, that's the only other option, because you can't just be out here roaming around among the general population if you do not have the skills to live a clean and decent life without victimizing people. So that's that. And the sad part about it is there are other criminal-minded people around this individual who are making matters even worse, making matters worse. And it's so unfortunate. that this ragtag group of criminal-minded people have gotten together and victimizing people. Super unfortunate. So I apologize, ladies, if you are not privy to this situation. I am. This is all related to Pan Scammerist. The scamming Umar Johnson. It's all related to him, and I am going to be covering him on this channel. So if you don't want to follow the Umar stuff, just don't click those. I'll still keep doing the other videos about dating and healing wounds and leveling up and all that. I'll still keep doing those videos, but I am going to be covering this issue on my channel as well. So I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about the situation? What do you think some solutions are? How do you think this is going to play out? What do you think about these manipulative people making the situation even worse? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Thank you so much for sharing your time and attention with the Afrocentric Woman. Special gratitude to our subscribers. If you'd like to stay connected with this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you like this content, please hit the like button. If you have any comments or thoughts about the content shared, please drop down into the comment section and let us know. Remember, you are worthy, you are enough, you are unique, and you are lovable. And I appreciate you.